So hello and welcome to all of you. This is the Bush Whisperer here, coming at you from Simonstown, southern tip of Africa, Cape Town. I'm coming to share with you a meditation. I hope you can all hear me well. We're going to be meditating to a certain extent, not dhyana, pure dhyana, or anything of such nature. It's going to be connecting with the moon, the subconscious, the currents of the subconscious within us. It's going to be a rudimentary practice. It's not going to be very long. There's going to be an element of contemplation. Certain aspects of symbolism will be covered. So as we start, I'd like you to make sure that you're sitting comfortably. You can sit in the Egyptian pose. I'm in the Egyptian pose on a chair, with your feet on the ground. Just relax yourself. Bring your knees to a comfortable place. Put your hands on your knees, or you can sit in asana. Siddhasana would be all right. If you want to crank out some Padmasana, knock yourself out, have fun with it. It's not necessary, but it won't hurt. Or you can sit cross-legged, or you can lie down, close your eyes. So I'd like us to start just by gently relaxing, very gently. We're going to very quickly run through a very basic relaxation, because everything should start with relaxation. And to save the bandwidth, I'm going to turn off my camera for we've said hello. And hello to all of you. And welcome. I see Lupo is here. Well, God bless you. So, without further ado, relax yourself. Close your eyes. If you're lying on your back, feel the contact with the earth beneath you. If you're sitting, feel the contact with the chair beneath you, or the ground, and your buttocks if you're sitting in a posture, cross-legged or siddhasana. Feel the tickle of the skin as the air is touching the skin. Very briefly become aware of the tip of your head. And allow your sensation to move down from your head. I want you to imagine it's like you've got this sticky substance on the top of your head that's oozing down your head. And where it oozes, there's a sense of warmth and relaxation that follows. So it oozes down your face and the back of your head. Until it starts to ooze down towards your neck, over your chin, down your throat. So it covers your whole head as if you were encapsulated in some kind of a bubble helmet. And just allow that sticky sensation. Imagine how it would feel if it was sticky all over your face. Just allow that stickiness, that sensation. It will activate your skin and the cells with the proprioceptive sense. Allow this to ooze down the neck, down the shoulders, down the arms. Feel it oozing down past the elbows, down, 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 down your arms towards your wrists. Filling your hands with a sensation of warmth, as if it's honey, golden, dripping, oozing substance. Covering your hands, covering your fingers. Be aware of the sensations in your arms and in your head. As the oozing moves down your neck, down your back, feel it just drooling down your body, over your breasts, down the side of your rib cage, over your belly. Just feel how it moves down steadily, like the tide of the ocean. So get to your belly button, where there will be a lot of sensation. Just allow it to keep oozing over your belly button, over your sacral plexus, the small of your back, over your buttocks, As it oozes down, covers your thighs, your genitals, just keeps oozing and oozing and oozing. You'll feel a sliding sensation here, which is good. If you don't, this is okay. You'll feel the tingling, or you'll feel the warmth. Just allow it to ooze down your legs. You feel as if the muscles are opening up to allow it to pass through, over the skin, down towards your knees. And the warmth, the oozing moves down from your knees over your calves, oozing down steadily towards your ankles, till it feels as if your whole legs are vibrating, resonating. As is your back, as are your hands, as is your face. You feel the oozing moving down towards your feet, covering your ankles. And as the oozing goes over your feet, you feel a lot of busyness when it touches the soles of your feet. Just let it flow over, let it flow through. Be aware of how your toes are resonating. Just feel the sensation. I want you to sit with the sensation for a moment. I want you to feel the earth beneath your feet. Even if you're lying on your back, become aware of the contact with the earth. And imagine that contact is beneath your feet and just feel the sensations at the bottom of your feet. Focus on the idea of contact, all the sensation of contact. I want you to imagine that you're standing, with your feet together, your arms are relaxed. You can smell the chaff of wheat. You can smell the sweetness and the sourness of the soil. You can smell the pungency in the air. You can feel the coolness of fresh air on your face. And you can sense the coolness of the light that comes from the moon and the stars with their cool light. Just drink this all in and be aware of this sensation. And I want you to become aware of your pelvis. I want you to consider the serpent for a moment while keeping the concentration on your pelvis. I want you to imagine that the serpent is coiling itself around you, coiling itself around your midriff, your body. And it's going round, and it's coiling you in such a way that it's moving over your right hip towards the front, and coiling back towards your left hip as it goes around your buttocks, behind you. I want you to imagine the serpent is moving around, slithering around you, near to your hips. It's not a very big serpent, it's a golden serpent. I want you to imagine how it starts to use its tail. You feel a sensation of tightening around your waist, as if you've put on a belt. Just relax with it. I want you to allow your sensations in your heart to become the focus. You might be aware of the sensation of an hourglass, which is a three-dimensional number 8, 2 teardrops. These 2 teardrops are working in conjunction with each other. There starts to be a spinning sensation. It's as if your heart is a revolution. For now, I want us to focus on the upper aspect, which is the revolution that moves over your shoulders to your right, in front of you, over the left part of your body from the front, curling back over your shoulder behind you and spinning. You want to get the sensation of this gentle turning, vibrating force moving round and round your body. And just allow your awareness to settle in this vibrating, turning energy and sit with this vibration for a while. It goes around your body and it goes around your body. And as you notice, there's a whirling sound that moves with the rotation around your body. You might feel the sensations in your throat, which is the valve reacting to the energetic lifting of the vibrational field. Allow your feet to feel the coolness of the earth. And inside your mind, I want you to look down without looking down with your body. Imagine you're looking down and you see the earth beneath your feet, and the soil is dark, fertile, almost black, dark, dark soil. There's a moistness to the soil. You can smell the soil. I want you to breathe in, and as you breathe in, you feel the expansion from your heart. You feel yourself blowing up like a balloon. And as you're blowing up like a balloon, you notice the serpent is going round and round your waist. It's like it's revolving around your waist, same direction, the same dynamic as before. It's a particular direction. It's like if you're looking down from the roof, it's moving in an anti-clockwise direction. Or if you're looking up, you might find the sensation different. So just feel this rotation moving, gently moving upwards. And as this rotation increases, I want you to imagine the expansion principle in your heart expanding out. As you breathe in, you feel yourself widening, getting higher, bigger. And you find the world almost as if it shrinks beneath your feet. At this moment, I want your awareness, only your awareness, to look up and to see above you there is a golden figure of 8, and it is on the side above your head. It's 2 teardrops, 2 of the S orbitals that form the P orbital. Just be aware of this movement, the way in which this energy is flowing and rotating, that it is a circle that is being twisted into a loop, and the twist represents what comes out is going in. And as you become aware of this figure of 8, I just want you to follow it in your mind. It will be as if it's moving into the distance. And as you feel yourself moving towards it, there's this light feeling in your heart and a sense of expansion that moves through your consciousness and through your body. You will notice how the world is getting smaller and how the stars are getting brighter as you move closer towards this laying down figure of an 8 above your head. But as you get closer to it, it moves further from you. It's like you're moving listlessly towards a moving target that maintains its status quo and distance from you. Recognize there is some importance to this process. And you feel yourself rising up, rising up, rising up. You notice how the earth gets smaller and smaller and smaller beneath your feet. You feel yourself growing lighter, resonances and vibrations running through your spine, through your sacral plexus as you become larger. Be aware of how your body is resonating as it's spinning, as it's growing. And you see above your head a milky sphere. As you move towards the milky sphere, you notice it's got a coolness, but the coolness holds a certain warmth. As you get closer and closer to the sphere, you feel it getting closer to your head, produces an intense sense of vibrating in your head. I want you to rest with the sphere above your head and just breathe in. You might notice that there's certain colors that seem to dominate. You feel this blue color that seems to be pushing you forward. Though underneath you see this purple, violet color that seems to be coming from everywhere. And as you find yourself growing bigger, it's as if the sphere that was above your head is swallowed into your body. And as it's swallowed into your body, the light begins to change and slowly becomes lavender. As you grow bigger and bigger, you notice the sphere getting smaller and smaller. The sphere is the moon. It is overtaken by your throat as you expand. And it's as if it stays in the stationary position, but you grow bigger and bigger. And it gets left behind until you see it approaching with fast intention towards the sphere in your sacral plexus. You notice the color becoming more and more intensely violet and purple as we move. Not quite violet, not quite purple. A sense of interchangeability between the violet and the purple. And as you find yourself growing, your whole body is resonating and vibrating with energy. You will find this sphere finds its home at rest when your expansion finds its point of rest, as it becomes swallowed by your sacral plexus in your sexual generative region. And you notice how the sphere is vibrating through this generative region. And if you listen, you can hear sounds, tones, and just be aware of the sensation of this resonating. And you notice how there's a resonance between your feet, up your spine. But the main resonance is in the base of your spine, where your feet are vibrating at the same tune as what's vibrating at the base of your spine. And so there's a sense of incredible sexual power moving through the sphere. It is forming a sphere, a moon, and the colors are moving from lavender to indigo to violet. And the violet color is starting to move around, and you notice as you've been growing that you've been sinking into the earth, sinking and sinking and sinking into the sphere of the earth. And as you sink in, you feel that the earth is of violet. There are violet waters as you're sinking into the earth. You notice you're standing in water, but it's getting deeper until it starts to cover your knees. And the water itself starts to cover you right up to the point of your buttocks, your sexual genital region. You observe that the water is violet. I want you to sit in this water and allow the water to just flow. Be aware of the tides. As you look in the water before you, you see a cube, but it's a cube upon a cube. And the cube is violet, a beautiful violet color, double cube, cube upon a cube. Only the outline and the angles and the corners are drawing a pattern of a beautiful golden yellow upon this violet cube. And you can see checkerboards in the distance behind, where there's a sense of violet with yellow checkerboards drawn over the violet background. And you start to feel how the resonance in your sexual region is now gaining energy. And just feel that sensation. There's an excitement there. There's a powerful current. And you can hear a hissing. As the hissing increases, there's a sense. You can hear the serpents are hissing in the background. You can feel the cool water of the violet ocean that you're in, and the currents are pulling. They're pulling you to go deeper and deeper into this ocean. And you can hear the resonances of the water reflecting the sounds of your heartbeat. You're feeling the pulse running through your groin. Your feet are hammering with the resonance of the pulse through your groin. Just be aware of the sensation and allow yourself to be pulled by the currents of the water. Feel the coolness. Your legs are submerged, your feet are submerged, your genitalia are submerged, and the top of the water is here. And you can see this altar that is in the water before you, this violet altar with the yellow outlines, beautiful golden yellow. You can see a picture on the front of the face, just beneath the surface of the water. It's as if you see the picture of a man, a strong man, and he's holding up in his hands a sphere. Is it an egg? Is it a sphere? Looks like a sphere. And you sense the strength emanating. And as you see that he's holding up the sphere, you can see as you look onto the sphere, it's as if the sphere gets bigger as your awareness moves towards it. You can see the oceans in the sphere. And the outline makes the outline of a woman's face. And her hair is silver. She has the silver hair. It's not grey, it's silver. She has the most fascinating hair you've ever seen. And upon her brow, there is a stone. You can see there is a quartz crystal that is upon her brow. And you feel the resonance, the timing of this quartz. The sacral plexus starts to react. You can see the lips of this being. You can't quite tell why you know it's a she, but it senses to be a she. And as you start to notice, you feel yourself on this planet. You're being swirled around by the currents. You feel the ocean carrying you, moving your feet. You feel the air moving your arms. You feel the air blowing in through your nasal cavities. You feel the storm of exhilaration flowing through your being. And as you start to notice, you see a camel in the distance. And the camel is walking through the deserts. It has a hump full of water, and a second hump almost full of water. And as you observe this camel, you find yourself getting closer and closer to this camel. You notice the sheen of the sky is violet, and you notice the sense of the sand beneath your feet. There's a coolness to the sand and a hardness, yet a sense of softness. And as you find yourself being drawn deeper, deeper towards this camel, you notice something strange about the eyes of the camel. The eyes are violet. There's a purple sensation of these eyes. You feel yourself being moved by the currents. It's as if the very air is moving you. You are lighter than a feather. And you find yourself being lifted off your feet and hoisted onto the camel. Sitting upon the camel, you notice there's movement. And the sense of movement is a sense of flowing. And as you're being carried by the sense of this movement and the flow of this camera, you can hear the sounds in the distance of the water swishing. You hear the hissing of the serpent, hissing, endlessly hissing. And you find yourself deeply listening to the sounds above your head. There's a ringing sound in your ears. It's a very high tone, like to sit with the sensation and just allow thoughts to flow through your mind. Choose not to control them. Allow the currents of the water to flow through your mind. You see a book. The book seems to be deep inside of you. You can't quite reach it, but you see it there. You know that there will be a time when you will open the chapters of that book. But for now, you feel this dreamy sensation. Your eyelids are feeling heavy. You feel like you're moving left and right, like you're in some little dance. And as you're feeling the sensation of the movement and the flow of the dance, you become aware of the orange skies above you. And as you look up into the sky of orange, you get the sense of someone having just gone up there. And you feel this fulfillment, the sense of passion and of energy when you notice what it is you're looking at. For the lightness and the sign of this orange color is reflecting the physicality of being that we are being ingrained within this dream. And you become aware of the dream. You feel like a boat floating on the rivers, floating on the currents of the seas. And slowly but surely you notice shifts happening, big shifts within yourself, but these big shifts are within other people too. You notice current of energy that's connecting you to all the other people. It seems like it's flowing from deep inside, but it ebbs and flows like the currents of the sea. Like it to focus on the decision. There's something forming on the sand before you. Don't control it. Allow the image to just be. Follow what your mind and your consciousness is sharing with you. And allow yourself to breathe in and breathe out the sense of this violet. Sit with the sensation. You feel as if there's a hook that's moving through the back of your brain, going deeper inside of you, a gentle pulling loose pages that come out. And as the pages come out, you're putting it into your book one by one. You get the sense of the page and you remove it to a certain extent. And allow yourself to do this until you feel comfortable. I sense you might have to do it twice and be well within the sensation, covered by this violet ocean and the movement of these currents that are flowing over and through you. You find yourself rocking like a baby. And as you're rocking like a baby, you feel the generation inside of you. You notice how the plants are generating life. You reminisce on all the times when you've been in the act of generation with people. Become aware of the fact that the impulse that makes you do things is beyond your conscious control, and that it is an impulse which is programmed in. Observe this impulse, like the leaf that's flowing upon the water's edge. and just allow it to dissolve, fall off of you. Fear not. So with these sensations, I want you to focus on your altar, which is the double cube, the violet color double cube, and recognize as you're looking into the eyes that what you're seeing is yourself. You see yourself in the eyes that are looking at you. And you see how everything gets smaller. It's a fractal when you're looking at yourself. And you find this fractal is opening up. And you hear the coins dropping in the subconscious. You feel the sensation of the earth element coming into being. And recognize that there is no need for you to fear, or no need to be confused. Because this isn't the way it always is. There's a newness to everything. And sit in this newness and allow these impulses to rock through your consciousness field and allow it to change the way in which you interact with people. And I see myself sitting on this chair floating. You see yourself floating as if you're floating in a mist, a violet mist. And there are indigo undertones that flash up from time to time. Though mostly during the day you've got the two color play of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Just allow yourself to rest. Just focus and allow what comes to mind to come to mind, and we will sit in silence for some short period of time, just observing the sensations coming from inside your pelvic cavity, from inside the deep violet. Just observe while you listen to the currents moving around you. Sense the sensations in your stomach and your back and your organs, and sense the sensations in your thoughts. Everything's repeating the same rhythm, which was the rhythm of the waves lapping upon your legs when you first became aware of it. The altar was just a cube upon a cube. You feel as if you're rolling, flowing, like you're swinging. And that sensation of swinging, you become aware of what you are, the masculine side of yourself and the feminine side of yourself. Become aware of how the one dominates the other. Just sit with the sensation. You'll also feel your left shoulder be having interesting sensations, and that's okay. It's a sympathetic resonance between the sphere of the moon and the sphere of love. And just allow yourself to slowly let go of the sensations. And you feel yourself getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and you feel the moon overtaking you as it goes past you. Is it moving, or are you moving? It's a difficult call to make, but you can see yourself moving on your messages. So there's no reason why it shouldn't be. And so you feel the sense of energy moving through your body, but you don't understand the relevance. So I want you to all just relax for a moment and take a few deep breaths and allow yourself to slowly come back, contracting back into the contracts you have with life, and allowing the veils to once again take form as we become small and smaller and smaller. You notice the earth beneath your feet once again. It's getting bigger as you get smaller. You notice the writing, not many of them, but very large sacred geometric patterns representing the sounds, which represents the things that we find along the way. Stick to the sensation. Feel the sensation at your feet. I want you to imagine a waving of the hand. Wave your hand in front of yourself, and you will notice as you wave your hand, there are jewels and gold that move. It doesn't have to be a physical wave, suggesting it's a mental wave, mental hand. And it waves a lot of the fur fear, the fur that is covering you, where you notice there's fur everywhere. And you notice that there are feathers underneath this fur. And as you become aware of these feathers, you can hear the bird song. You hear the bird song in the distance. You see the frogs in the ponds around you. You notice how you're shrinking and shrinking and shrinking until you feel getting back to your normal size. And as you concentrate on the serpent around your waist, you notice it is not there. And slowly you take deep breaths and let it go. Deep breaths in. Let it go. And feel the resonance of your feet and your toes. An almost ticklish sensation running through your spine. You might notice that there's a dense feeling around your genitalia and your sacral plexus, and a vibrating sensation on your forehead and your face. And your eyes feel larger than usual. And just sit with this, with the next flow of the currents that carry you until you notice you're back in the space you started from. You can smell the walls. You can taste the air. And just allow yourself to relax. Slowly start to move your hands, your arms, and your body. And slowly begin to move your shoulders. Just a little bit at first. And slowly stretch your arms out to the side. You'll notice your armpits are very active energetically, and that's supposed to be this way. And just relax. And breathe all of the air and the sensations down towards your feet. And allow the sensations as you breathe in to rise up through your right foot, up to your right side of the pelvis, and move up over your head, through your brain to the top above your head. You feel it building pressure, and as you breathe out, you feel it descending through the left side of your brain. Down through your left shoulder, down, 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 down. Through your hips, through the nerves in your legs, right down through the bottom of your feet until it's resonating below you. And I want you to consider, as you breathe in, that you feel this current moving upwards. And as you breathe down, you notice the current descending. And you notice while it's descending on the one side, it's also coming up on the other. So it's like a queue of people holding hands. When the one moves, they all move. And so you find this flow moving over your head, moving from your right shoulder over the top of you to your left shoulder. And you become aware of the sensation of the turning. It's almost as if you're in a big wheel that's turning. And just feel the sensation of the turning around your aura, of the rising up on your right and the falling down energy on your left. And you feel that this creates a sensation of turning, and just sit with that turning for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. Start to twiddle your fingers and your thumb. You might notice very strange sensations in your hands. This is good. The hands and the feet are connected through the sacral by stimulating the yeshut, the consciousness of the moon. You find yourself activating all the other powers. Move with it. And so you sit and you notice the birds. There's a little bird with blue feathers dancing for the girl bird, and he has the coolest dance you've ever seen. He knows he's being watched, but he doesn't care. His little dance is a dance of intelligence. It's a dance of Mercury. He wants to show you that he's got this. He wants to show her that he's got her. And just allow the sensation to settle. You feel the serpent slowly uncoiling as it descends back down the corridor that you see when you look from the top down inside yourself. You notice the uncoiling serpent once again coiling itself into a circle beneath one's feet. And just be aware of that sensation that comes. And more importantly, be aware of the sensation that comes to the heart. You'll notice the polarizing effect between the feet and the armpits and the hands. And the heart is the key to this. So relax for a moment and slowly open your eyes. You might feel the sensation of intense flowing, like you're in a current, like you're on a boat. It's okay to feel like you're on a boat. But now we're going to drop that penny into the subconscious. I want you to feel the whole world retracting into this penny which you hold in your hand, a coin. And you hear a voice behind you saying, drop it. And you reach your arm out and drop it into the well that stands before you. And you hear as it bounces on the way down. And you hear a clear, solid, not too loud, little thud when it hits the ground. And I want you to just relax for a moment. Just relax, breathe in, breathe out. You notice the misty clouds above your head. Just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And slowly but surely you can start to wiggle your arms and your feet. And so we are at this point where we're concluding ourselves. I want you to feel the sensation of your groin. A shaft shoots down into the earth. And it goes down, down, down. It's a deep, dark shaft. And it's revolving. And as the shaft revolves down, you notice that the revolution is going in a very particular direction. You notice that the revolution is moving. It's moving clockwise if you're looking from the top down. Coming out of the front of your hip, left hip, circling the front of you and crossing around the back of you to form a circling spiral of sorts. You feel this energy pulling you deep down into your feet. And as you pull down into your feet, you notice your activity in your anus becomes highly energized. Very much connected sensations there. Take a seat and relax. And just allow it to be. Concentrate your focus on the grounding cord. Notice that it's touching the earth in the center. And notice as well that it hasn't been used to its potential. And just let go, relax, be. Om Shanti. Sit with the grounding force for a while, people. And after you've sat with the grounding force, you will slowly start to open your eyes. Be sure not to be drowsy. Be sure not to allow yourself such options. Should not have been the case. But what has been is the sense of heaviness attached to the moon. We call this money. Just be aware of how these coins dictate our lives and what the connection is with the moon. How this generative process within ourselves is both the bucket of good luck and beneficial vibrations as well as those that are challenging. And be grateful for the fact that you've got such great tuition. Even children in school suffer. So just allow this book to open in your mind and just sit with it. Being more and more aware of the grounding force. And you'll find your head, your shoulders, your hips, your hands, feet, all resonating, vibrating. So in a sense, you can literally mounting. You feel yourself on the mountain, descending, 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 and the stars again back to their original places. You're getting smaller and more dense. And now you open your eyes and very slowly start to get up. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed this. Don't lie for too long. I would take a pen and paper and I would draw whatever comes to mind now, or write words, whatever writes is in your mind. Even use your other hand if you can, as much as you can, to form the syllables out of characters. The right hand observing and the left hand doing. This is the Bush Whisperer coming at you. I hope it's been a great and wonderful this little meditative experience. And I want to say so much love to you. It took longer than what we were planning to do. And I'm sorry for that, but it is what it is. I was hoping to wrap it up in half an hour, but it doesn't seem to work that way. So much love to you all. Be well, enjoy, and take a look at the moon. Watch the moon always. Feel her warmth that is cool. And notice that she is a reflection of him. Have an absolutely gorgeous day. Om Shanti. Don't forget to smile. So I wasn't live on YouTube, was I? Okay. I'll send the recording to YouTube. It's neither here nor there. I was having issues with YouTube recognizing the fact that I wasn't putting a time that was ahead of time. Didn't want to let me do it live, but it did in the end. But regardless, I will post it there. So much love to you.